go ahead and buy some more of these Whippet cartridges here. And I'm going to try to do a couple of different things with nitrous oxide just to kind of round out our understanding of nitrous oxide. I thought the first one we would do is see if I can boost my CO2 output by adding some nitrous oxide to the bottle. So remember, this stuff boils at minus 80 C. CO2 will freeze at minus 55. So when I release the CO2 in a cylinder, what it does is the expansion cools it off and it produces CO2, and we actually know what the yield on that is for any given amount of CO2. So what I'd like to do is add some nitrous oxide to drop the temperature of that released gas and see if it kicks up the yield on my dry ice production. So let's try that first. Every time I let this thing sit for a while, I have to redo it. It's just obviously not particularly robust equipment. So I've got my bottle charged up with CO2. Now I need to get some nitrous oxide into it. Remember, these things are 8 grams or 5 liters each. I'd like to put, I don't know, over 30, hopefully around 50 grams into my 200 grams of CO2 and see what kind of output I get out of that. So it's really just a matter of hitting the button and letting it go here literally repetitively over and over and over. Okay, let's pump it in. So we'll weigh this thing, chill it, and shoot it. I'm trying shot number 2 on an augmented dry ice shot. So this is 300 grams of CO2 and about 80 grams of nitrous oxide. I've shot this once. I did it with the sound off, meaning that I got a nice explosion but no exposition. So the last time with 200 grams of CO2, I got 28 grams of dry ice, which was a 14% yield. That's lower than I got in my yield experiment when I got a 17% yield. It occurred to me that I have thermocouples, and I can at least check whether or not the temperature of this object changes when I shoot it. So here we are at 24 degrees now. Let me get in front of it so maybe it'll focus. 24 degrees. I'm going to give this a shot. We'll see what temperature we get. We're not going to wait around for something bad to happen. We're just going to shoot now. So here we go. Well, my thermocouple didn't like that. So my thermocouple is already rapidly rising. It got to minus 55. Somehow it lost it during the shot, which is very annoying. So I wasn't able to record a lower temperature than that. Just came in at minus 55. Lots of dry ice. Let's see what we get. 49 grams off of a 300 gram dose, so that's about 1/6. I'll have to go compare to my prior shot that I got at 300 during my yield curve experiment. It's a lot of dry ice. It is apparent, however, that we're not going to be able to boost the output of this stuff using nitrous oxide. It just seems to be what it is. The temperature of minus 55 that I recorded immediately after the shot is pretty much in line with the temperature of the CO2, not in line with the temperature of the nitrous oxide. So it suggests then that maybe I wasn't able to push the pressure down by adding nitrous oxide. And I definitely didn't push the yield up. So I think that's pretty much all I've got. Guess I'll call that an episode. Still not sure what happened to this thing. Somehow when I set it off, I seem to have roasted my thermocouple or my temperature monitor somehow. That's interesting. Definitely not working. Anyway, guess that's all I got for this one. So thanks very much for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe if you want. You know, if you don't want, you don't have to. A couple other nitrous oxide related videos coming up. I'm not happy with the fact that I got a negative result, but I guess disproving a theory isn't really a negative result. It just shows that something that I thought might be true isn't. So anyway, you don't have to subscribe if you don't want. Your friends don't have to watch or subscribe if they don't want. I'll just be here doing my thing. So thanks very much for watching. Have a great day.